If you believe the reports on the internet, and I mean, hey, I do, because the internet has never steered any of us wrong before, the New York Knicks are salivating at the opportunity to add Toronto Raptors soon-to-be free agent point guard Fred VanVleet to their roster. I guess they really like Wichita State guys.
A couple of impressive jumpers from Clay Anthony early.
Here's Baker. Ron Baker lays it in.
But in case you forgot, even with a new coach in Tom Thibodeau, a new lottery pick in the 2020 draft, hopeful internal improvement, the Knicks are expected to be, not a very good team next year. So why should the Knicks even spend their cap space on VanVleet? And why would he leave a championship-level team in the Raptors to come to the Knicks? In today's video, I'll make the case for why Fred VanVleet is the best and most realistic option for New York, why making him their number one target just makes way too much sense, and why VanVleet might actually sign. How's it going, everybody? This is Troy, host of the Half Court Report YouTube channel. Time for another free agent video today, and you guys have mentioned how you really like when I talk about the guys who are going to be up for new contracts and potentially switching teams, and these are always fun videos to make too. Before I get started, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn those notifications on. So when you do that, it tells the YouTube algorithm that, hey, this is a good video, and YouTube will then show it to more people. So let's try and get 314 likes on this video. So if there's one thing the Knicks need, it's more talent. We can all agree on that. And as much as fans and YouTube blog boys like yours truly focus on drafting LaMelo or trading for all-stars, that's likely just a pipe dream. As good as RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson are, once you look past them, there's not much else to get excited about for Knicks fans. And after last year's Knicks free agent debacle, acquiring players who can complement RJ and Mitch should be the number one priority. So enter Fred VanVleet. VanVleet fits the bill and could only help Barrett, Robinson, and the Knicks' hopefully not terrible to-be-determined lottery pick in their development. VanVleet brings a winning attitude, championship experience, and dare I say respectability to the franchise. It's safe to say VanVleet has arrived. In 4 years, he's gone from undrafted afterthought to a player averaging 17.5 points per game, over 6.5 assists per game, almost 2 steals per game, and about 40% shooting from 3 on almost 7 attempts per game this season. Alongside shooting, VanVleet can create for his teammates. So I mentioned the 6.6 assists per game. He's not the traditional point guard and lead ball handler type of player, but he has shown throughout his Toronto career the ability to work alongside wing players who dominate the ball and create their own offense. So if RJ Barrett can become a type of player like that, and the Knicks hope that he can, Fred VanVleet would be an awesome fit. Then when you look at the defensive side of the ball, VanVleet can be a real game changer for the Knicks there as well. Toronto ranks second in the league in defensive efficiency, and part of that is due to VanVleet, whose value over replacement player, or VORP, is good for third on the team. Add to that VanVleet's 4.2 deflections per game, ranked first in the NBA, his 0.9 defensive loose balls recovered ranks third, and he ranks in the top 10 with 1.4 loose balls recovered overall. All this to say, he's not a player who is going to lock his man down, but he'll definitely hustle and get after it. Imagine putting VanVleet on the roster with Frank Ntilikina, RJ Barrett, and Mitchell Robinson. Those four would offer New York a group of players with strong defensive abilities, with Ntilikina and VanVleet capable of locking up the perimeter when need be. Add Tom Thibodeau's defensive schemes into that mix, and you get a defensive identity that the Knicks haven't had in years. Signing VanVleet wouldn't mean the Knicks still couldn't draft a point guard in the 2020 draft, which I've gone on record saying they should do. That still needs to be a priority. Say you draft Tyrese Halliburton or Killian Hayes, just for example. Pairing one of those guys with Fred VanVleet and moving RJ Barrett to the small forward spot makes a ton of sense to supercharge New York's offense. Offensively, VanVleet and the player you draft can space the floor, while all three can handle the ball, create off the dribble, and having multiple players who can do that is key in having a successful team. And there's a chance this offseason for the Knicks to add 2 players who fit that description with VanVleet and their lottery pick. So the big question is, would Fred VanVleet leave Toronto, a place he won a championship, a place that took a chance on him, and signed with New York? The Knicks have a few things going for them with that. One, the Raptors have made it no secret that they want to sign Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2021 free agency. As important as VanVleet is to them, they might not want to risk tying up money in his contract, because that's money they won't have to offer Giannis, even if it does mean angering a bunch of Toronto Raptors fans who love VanVleet. Because remember, the Raptors are going to have Serge Ibaka and Marc Gasol due for new contracts this offseason too. There's going to be lots of decisions for that Raptors front office to make. If the Knicks offer the right contract, that might price Toronto out of the race to bring VanVleet back to the 905. I know Knicks fans still have PTSD from past contracts that were given to guys like Eddie Curry and Joakim Noah, but you got to remember, the Knicks have been financially stable over the last few seasons by avoiding those massive 3- and 4-year deals to clog up their cap sheet. As a result, the Knicks are one of 5 teams to have upwards of $25 million in cap space this offseason. Giving VanVleet a contract, even one that's a little bit of an overpay, won't hurt New York's future plans. Barrett and Robinson's contract extensions will come up at different times, so you're not going to have to deal with all those big contracts on the books at once. So I say offer VanVleet a deal something like $60 million over 3 years and see what happens. Even if the Knicks strike out on VanVleet, maybe there's a little bit of comfort in the fact that the Knicks are in a position to offer him a deal that he'll at least have to think long and hard about. And having one of the top free agents actually consider the Knicks is something they haven't had in a long time. So maybe things are indeed looking up. That's my opinion, but let me know what you think in the comments about the possibility of Fred VanVleet on the Knicks. Also, let me know what other types of free agents you'd like me to take a deep dive into on this channel. We're going for 314 likes on this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This is Troy with the Half Court Report, and I'll see you next time.